It's the mind. The better you think, the better opportunity will come your way. I've seen that. मैं जितना सर्च कर रही थी ना, बेसिक से बेसिक कंटेंट भी नहीं बना पा रही थी. What I started doing was when I have like a really happy moment, I write that down. So I call it my happy journal. So I was still anxious because I was like, what next? घर तो वो था, हो गया. And then मैंने अपने आप को calm down किया है कि bro, this is the life you wanted 5 years back. The first time ऐसा feel हुआ कि मजा आ रहा है. When I did my first advertisement with Shah Rukh Khan, when I was 5 or 6 years old, so I have my कुंडली जिसके पीछे लिखा हुआ है कि ये एक्टर बनेगी और ये पिथौरागढ़ का नाम रोशन करेगी. Aloha, Namaste, and welcome to Beyond the Spotlight with Garima. I'm your host Garima Kaushal. तो आज के हमारे गेस्ट बहुत स्पेशल हैं क्योंकि वो बहुत खास दोस्त है मेरी and my personal inspiration is Anjali Tatrari. She is a brilliant actor and even more amazing human. I met her when we were really, really young, starting out. It was both of our first project. We did this web series called Brahm. She started really young despite having some losses in her life. She never let it stop her, hold her back. She genuinely is such an inspiration because now she owns her own house. She bought her own house at such a young age, and I am so, so proud of this guest, and I can't wait for you all to meet her. Anjali Tatrari. Welcome. What an introduction, huh? It came from the heart, genuinely. Like, I genuinely love you so much, and I'm so, so proud of you and your accomplishments, which I want you to tell us now. Apni Zabani. We've told it very nicely, yeah. And yeah, this is not only for the cameras because exact same thing she's told me off cameras too a lot of times. Yeah. So I don't know. हो गया उसको time अभी, but so I don't want to like linger on the same achievement. But yes, it's huge to have your own space in Bombay. Babe, I mean, please linger away. This is worth lingering. So keep lingering. Yeah, I just don't want to, like be in that comfort zone now. I feel like I have been in that comfort zone for too long. क्या अब तो घर ले लिया. But what next? And okay, we will definitely talk about this later. But yes, this is a huge achievement. I mean, uh, younger Anjali who came from Pithoragarh wouldn't have thought this. And everybody in my family also, they're very proud of it because Asami, it took me 5 years to build this house. A lot of sacrifices. ये लेनी है, I would always, I mean, that was my priority, right? And everything else that I wanted came second to me. Everything else was secondary. So now since I have it, yes, it feels surreal, but I don't know. God's been very kind, I feel. Yeah, and your mother has such a huge role to play in that.
Absolutely.
You're
It's
like
all
the closest to her, and I think this was your main motivator also, your mom.
Absolutely. I mean, more than for me, I wanted that space for mom because I wanted her to have all that comfort zone that she left for me while we were in Pithoragarh, right? To leave that house where you've actually spent all your life and to move to another city. So yeah, that's the sacrifice that she did. So I had
Tell us
to.
more about how this journey started.
Wow. I was not planned. Everything of my journey is unplanned. I think it was meant to be, I feel, because सबसे funny चीज, I'll tell you one thing. When I was 5 years, 5 or 6 years old, तो हम अपने दिखाते हैं ना कुंडली to पंडित and all of that. So I have my कुंडली जिसके पीछे when I was 5 जब दिखाई थी लिखा हुआ है कि ये एक्टर बनेगी और ये पिथौरागढ़ का नाम रोशन करेगी. So now when I read that Kundli, it amazes me because 5 साल की लड़की ने तो definitely नहीं सोचा होगा that she'll come to Bombay, become an actor or whatever. And in fact, Bombay has also happened in the most weirdest and unplanned way. Uh, like I was 4 when obviously dad passed away, but with that I still didn't have so many memories. So life was good, life was going on क्योंकि इतनी memories नहीं थी. But then there came a major loss in our lives when I lost my elder brother. He was 2 years elder to me, and I think that changed our lives completely because then to live in that house, to live in that city was extremely difficult because every corner, everything reminded us of him, right? And that's why I owe so much to my mama who used to live in Bombay, and he took this decision that you guys are not living in that city anymore and you're not coming here. So 3 days पहले तक I didn't even have an idea that I'm shifting to Bombay forever.
Oh my god.
So 3 दिन
How
पहले
old were you when this happened?
I was in 8th standard.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Goosebumps.
Yeah. So वैसे I was very known in my school. I was a dancer, so everybody knew me as a dancer only. So 3 दिन पहले तक मुझे पता ही नहीं कि मैं हमेशा के लिए शिफ्ट हो रही हूँ बॉम्बे. So that was a changing point in my life, like completely turning point in my life. But even after I came to Bombay, I didn't want to like get into acting या ऐसे नहीं कि आते ही मैंने शुरू कर दिया. I was preparing for CA. Yeah, I gave my CA entrance exam and all of that, and then I realized no, this is not what I want to do, or I don't see my and such बताओ तो difficult भी है. So, but also I did not want to do it. It wasn't giving me happiness, and I couldn't imagine myself being in front of a PC or doing that work for the rest of my life. I've always been on stage as dancing or even theater in my school. I don't know what happened to me. I just started auditioning. I was in Aram Nagar the next day giving auditions.
How old were you when you started auditioning?
6 years back. Yeah, 6 years back actually. 6 साल हुए मुझे industry में. So yeah, that's how my journey started. I started with auditioning with zero knowledge about this profession. I have learned it on the job, to be honest. I remember giving auditions, people asking me to give my profile, and I had no idea what that was. I was like, profile, ये क्या होता है?
Same. When
Yeah.
I was like, क्या करना क्या
But then
करना क्या?
I don't know, by God's grace, I've always met very kind people. So that guy also was taking the audition. I बैठो, देखो, this is how it happens, and then that's how I learned. And then I actually got very intimidated. I'm telling you, I mean, jitni confident now I come off or whatever. I'm sorry, I am an overthinker. I was so intimidated because every time when a person, an actor used to give their introduction, right? यहाँ से theater किया है, ये किया है, I've done this work, I've done these projects. I used to get so intimidated. I had zero knowledge, zero experience, and then I cracked that project.
Which was this first project you cracked?
That was my first advertisement. That was for Amazon. And then in the first year itself, I did some 22 advertisements.
Wow. You were made for it.
Yeah. So and also ऐसा नहीं कि शुरुआत में ही मैंने पहले ही project audition दिया and I cracked it. Of course, I shared a lot of rejections and everything. But then best part about even the rejections were that I was enjoying the process. That didn't demotivate me. It only motivated me कि अब तो मैं crack करके रहूंगी no matter what. And then obviously when I cracked my first project. That was it.
हाँ वो जब मिलना शुरू होता है तो it's like good
Yeah.
confidence boost also एक validation भी मिलता है.
Absolutely. Then you feel कि हाँ ठीक है, you can
You're on the right
सोच सकते
path.
हो. Otherwise क्योंकि बहुत easy है हर दूसरा इंसान को बोलना कि अरे ये तो बिल्कुल हीरोइन लगती है, ये तो पूरा हीरो लगता है. But I'm sorry, that has nothing to do with this profession. You need to be really, you need to know what you're doing. You need to know how to act. You can't be just a good-looking person to be in this industry. I've realized that because that's how I used to get intimidated पहले, right? Like such pretty-looking girls. I'm telling you, I swear, such pretty-looking girls. और फिर वो project में crack कर रही हूँ. So
That's so amazing. But okay, so when was the first time in your this let's say first year कि ऐसा feel हुआ कि मजा आ रहा है?
When I did my first advertisement with Shah Rukh Khan.
Let's talk more about that. Like I know you're a huge Shah Rukh Khan fan. I know I'm a huge Shah Rukh Khan fan.
I'm not a very huge Shah Rukh Khan fan.
Okay.
Please, guys, Shah Rukh fans don't come at me. But I like the sort of charmer he is. Just his personality. Actor-wise, I think I have now different choices.
Who is your
But,
different choice?
I like Ranbir Kapoor. I really like Ranbir Kapoor. I like his
We
work.
might have a war. And Shah Rukh Khan comes first. No one's here.
Charmer तो है. I remember When I met him, for that advertisement, I introduced myself as, "Hi, I'm Anjali from Kuch Kuch Hota Hai." And then he just smiled. But then, and like a baby, he was memorizing his lines. और उनकी जो manager है वो उनको memorize करवा रही थी वो lines. So he was like looking like such a baby, and he's a charmer. He has a very good personality.
He's so intelligent. So
Yeah,
intelligent.
yeah.
Like, did you learn anything from him? Like,
Okay,
since
so
you were just starting new.
So obviously you can't be on the set when he's there. So I just came for my part of the whatever I had to do there. Uh, Even after all these years he's been in the industry, the fact that he was so into it, जैसे वो memorize कर रहे थे lines, and he was nowhere else but in his script, right? He was completely into it. I think that's what I realized कि instead of gossiping, जो हम lot of times हम लोग
Yeah,
set पे
yeah.
कर लेते हैं, बातचीत
सबसे-
कर लिया, सबसे मिल लिया, introduce करवा लिया. Why? A lot of times because you also want to be in good books of people
Yeah.
initially when you're starting, क्योंकि तुम्हें लगता है कि
Yeah,
if you're
काम
nice
है.
to everybody तो उनको लगेगा अरे अच्छी लड़की है, इसको काम मिल जाएगा and all that. तो हमारे ना mindset में वो होता है कि किसी से खराब नहीं करनी. A lot of times people don't even stand for the right then. Only with this thing कि अरे किसी के साथ खराब कर दिया तो maybe you will not get work again. So that ways I learned from the Shah Rukh Khan, but he was a charmer.
Yeah.
And he makes his people feel very comfortable. Even the new actors, he made me feel very comfortable. Though I was like literally shivering. I was so scared. मतलब ये था मेरा fourth या fifth advertisement. So I was still new to this, right?
Yeah.
Profession. And then doing an ad with Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh my god, yes. But it
Crazy.
gives you that feeling, oh,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
arrived.
Then I was like,
Yeah.
there's no looking back. now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
मेरे को ये बताओ कि आपकी जर्नी में ऐसा कोई मोमेंट था जब आपको फील हुआ कि नहीं हो पाएगा या अब बस हो गया या लाइक एक वो डाउट आता है या एक सेटबैक सा फील होता है
More than the doubt, I feel I've always been confused about which project to choose. Like initially, also when we did Brahm, we were
Yeah,
part of it together.
yes.
That's how we know each other.
Yeah.
After Brahm, I wanted to wait a little longer because starting from web and starting from television थोड़ा सा different हो जाता है. And तब तक मेरे दिमाग में टीवी करने का कोई दूर दूर तक आइडिया नहीं था.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
wanted to-
remember
yeah,
that,
we
yeah.
had this conversation, right?
Yes.
Where obviously I wanted to stick to web. But Brahm didn't do that well, of course.
Yeah.
So then वो choice करना ना, and then also not everybody comes from the same comes from the same situation. Like my situation was completely different. I wanted
But
to,
also the opportunity that came to you was like once in a blue moon
but
opportunity.
then I did not know na.
Haan.
Initially, when people approach you for the project, they don't
Yeah.
tell you who are the actors that are finalized or what sort of a project that is or how
Yeah.
huge this is going to become. टीवी तो फिर टीवी लगता है ना लोगों को. तो initially to make that decision was completely
Very difficult.
like it was very difficult. And I have no idea how that happened.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was not even in Mumbai.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to share this. We were in Shimla and we had been in Shimla for more than a month because we had a lot of reshoots and there were some issues with the shoot that were happening. And I remember, I think every 2 days we used to have this conversation कि अंजलि like, पर करूँ क्या? उनका कॉल आ रहा है. क्या बोलूँ? करूँ नहीं करूँ? I'm like, चल pros and cons list बनाते हैं.
Yeah.
कि क्या pros है, क्या cons है, and and then I remember they were like कि आप look test के लिए आ जाओ.
Yeah.
And you had to take a flight and यहाँ पे shoots का बहुत dates का issue हो रहा था. They were like, no, you can't take a flight and all of that. And I think then you were like, you know what, I'm going to put my foot down. I'm like, मेरे को look test तो जाना ही है.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to decide how
Right.
it goes.
Right.
And I think you went for the meeting and something changed there because when you came back, you were sure that this is it.
Yeah. Like I said, not everybody comes from the same situation also.
Yeah.
For me, back then, I think stability made more sense in the situation that I was. Even though, it was amazing living with my uncle and aunt and my cute little brothers. But after a point, everybody needs their own space, right? And also, you don't want to be like a burden, even though I've never felt like one. In fact, I've had the most amazing time with them. They're like, obviously, they're my family. But eventually, you have to get out of the house, right?
Yeah.
So for me, stability was more important. I wanted to get my own space since that time, since the beginning of my career. But it's not very easy in Mumbai, and especially
You
just
made
करने
it.
का now
God's
now
grace.
when we have this conversation, अब hit हो रहा है मुझे, because we've also had these conversations of me
Yeah.
wanting to have my own house. and all
Yeah, we
that.
used to, I remember we used to talk about this so much. So, we used to be cuddly buddies also, because when we went to
I am a
Shimla,
cuddler. I mean, I don't know if you were.
I
but
was.
I
I think,
started cuddling you.
She's like, I think the first time we met, and we were driving from Delhi to Shimla,
Yeah.
and Anjali is like, listen, we're sharing the room, but I'm telling you, I'm a big cuddler and I need to cuddle to sleep, okay? I was like, yeah.
Because
I'm like, wow, that's a nice hello, hi, okay?
because I sleep with my mom.
Yeah.
Weekly, there are days when I sleep with my mom.
Yeah.
Maximum days when I sleep with my mom.
Now that it's been 6-7 years that you've been in this industry, क्या लगता है कि over the years, how much have you evolved as a person? Like, how much growth do you feel happened? What kind of person are you now as compared to what you were?
Much more at peace, definitely. Because in general, I'm a very anxious person. I'm an overthinker. So I always think of 10 situations that could go wrong without even, before even trying something new. Uh, Also, when I take in therapy, I also realized it has a lot to do with my childhood. Uh, because obviously, I've seen so much in the childhood. It somewhere or the other, I had no idea it's still there, and it's sort of you know is the reason why I behave how I behave, right? So when I took therapy, all of this came out.
How did you reach therapy? Like, बहुत taboo है ना हमारे country में कि ओ तुम
हाँ,
पागल हो तुमको therapy की
हाँ.
जरूरत है. Like, how did therapy happen for you?
Uh, so Varun sir definitely helped me. He's the one who,
Varun
made me reach
Badola.
out, Varun
Yes.
Badola, who's literally like my father in real life now.
Yeah.
And he helped me reach out to this person. Obviously, I had no idea about, because a lot of times when you feel like you want to take therapy, you don't even know who to reach out to, right? That's actually one of the problems, that you don't know who to reach out to, who's genuine, who's not. Uh, so when you're doing television now, you're working so much, you don't have time to think about anything else. And I did back-to-back shows. I did my first show. Before that show ended, I got my second show. And then after my second show, I, jumped on to the third one. After my third show, I took a break because I wanted to switch to web. And then obviously it's not easy. But when you're working itna regularly, na, that
खालीपन.
khalipan na, and of not being on set, of not being with people, not having so many people around, और घर पे सिर्फ mom और मैं वैसे भी, right? So that was like a huge change, and that is when I realized that my work was also sort of an escape for me. I whatever I was happening in my life, या जो भी childhood से related था, मैं उस सब चीज को escape करके सिर्फ back to back काम कर रही थी. So I realized कि what if I don't have work, then what? I don't lose myself. अगर वही हो रहा था. So when I took that break, it was so difficult. I was so anxious. I felt, I don't want to use the word depressed, because nowadays everybody uses that word depression. I think we should not use it ऐसे ही. I was very low, yes. I don't know whether I was depressed, not depressed. I did not get myself checked, तो मुझे नहीं पता whether I was depressed or not. But yes, that point, that phase that I had was the lowest phase I've ever had in my life. Even the losses, maybe I never dealt with the loss, क्योंकि till the time हम शायद वो करते, मैं बॉम्बे आ गई थी, so I felt like I never
Process नहीं हो
dealt
पाया
with, मैंने
कभी.
कभी
हाँ.
process ही नहीं किया उस चीज को. I always looked for an escape. वो हुआ तो I escaped to Bombay, even though it was not my decision, but now I feel it happened for the best. तो वो phase was very difficult, especially for all these actors जो television करते हैं ना, because when you're working, पैसे भी आ रहे हैं, तुम बिजी भी हो, और जब तुम दिख रहे हो तो तुम्हें 10 और काम आ रहे होते हैं. जैसे ही तुम टीवी छोड़ते हो ना, देन देयर इज नथिंग. सो वो फेज था. मैं बहुत एंशियस थी, बट वही फेज अभी है. पिछले 1 साल से आई हैव नॉट डन एनी
वही
शो.
मैं पूछने वाली थी कि like that was one phase that you had for a year, and
Yes.
I think similar year is now.
Yes.
What is
Right
the
choice.
difference
I'm so much more calmer.
Yeah.
And I've realized that if you want to switch to web, you need to be patient. And as an actor also in general, you need to be very patient. You can't be like, आज शुरू करें कल के दिन मुझे project मिल जाए.
Well, let's go back to this. ये पीस कैसे आया? Like ये change कैसे आया? Like therapy में भी अगर आपने किया तो ऐसा क्या किया? क्या हुआ उस
So,
टाइम पे?
Therapy for that particular phase helped me, yes. But obviously उसके बाद भी phases थे where I was still anxious and everything. But I think ये मैंने खुद से किया है. I've really held my own self because I saw so many changes in my body, hair loss, and everything when you obviously stress so much. Also, my stress, yeah,
Of course.
yeah, and I started seeing that change, and जब वो physically change दिखने लगा, I was like, no, I'm not letting my mind take over because ये phase आता था, and then I got some work. तो मुझे लगता था
But किया क्या ऐसा कि like when you took things into your own hand also,
हाँ,
do you have any like small habits or big habits that you created?
yeah, you have to keep yourself busy. Definitely. Like I like dancing, so I started making content around dance or my YouTube blogging and all of that. But majorly dance and workouts really helped me. And by God's blessing, I live with my mother. So my mom is so strong. She's such a strong woman that till date I lose myself. Time to time, कि अरे mom ये नहीं हो रहा वो नहीं हो रहा. My mom is so strong. She helps me. So in that case, definitely my mom has really helped. But ये मैंने खुद से भी किया है because I feel like now I don't know, I have some other mindset only altogether now. I feel like life is so unpredictable. And also, this is exactly what I wanted 5 years back. This is the life I wanted, and I'm already anxious about what next. I have not even acknowledged this period. यही चीज है जो लोग 10 साल से शायद चाहते हैं कि उनका घर हो बॉम्बे में. ये मैं 5 साल पहले चाहती थी. आई एम लिविंग दैट लाइफ. So I think as people also, I think we need to really stop comparing ourselves from everybody else. Social media has really fucked up with our minds.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this term, but it has really fucked up with our minds.
Yeah.
Because we are constantly comparing our lives to everybody. अरे यार ये तो काम भी करिए, ये तो प्रोजेक्ट करिए, ये तो ट्रैवल करिए.
और ऊपर से वो भी होता है ना कि भाग ही जा रहे बस.
हाँ,
कभी
where is
मोमेंट
the-
लेकर वो तो किया ही नहीं ना कि
That's
अरे
what I'm saying.
I've arrived.
Acknowledge ही नहीं करा.
हाँ.
I'm telling you, Garima,
Yeah.
this is the life I wanted 5 years back.
Yeah.
To have my own space.
So the gratitude, just the pure gratitude
Yeah,
for that.
But I'm sorry, in the last 1 year also, I was still anxious because I was like, what next? घर तो वो था, हो गया. And then मैंने अपने आप को calm down किया है कि bro, this is the life you wanted 5 years back. When are you
So
going to
just like
acknowledge it?
consciously you kept telling.
Consciously,
Yeah.
you have to do that because every second minute there'll be something or the other, trying to really, hamper your mind and your thoughts.
Obstacles आते रहते हैं, triggers आते रहते हैं.
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
Instagram and all of this, I'm telling you, you have to hold on, take a pause, breathe, and acknowledge what you've done in the previous years. और अगर मैंने ये नहीं किया होता, I would have still, I think, needed therapy back again, probably because this 1 year I've not done anything major as such. So that conscious reminder to your own self, and to be grounded. As an actor, मैंने ये देखा है because I've seen my high also after मेरे डैड की दुल्हन. My hoardings were all around.
Yeah.
And I've seen my lows also. So even during my highs, I was the same person. Even during my lows, I'm the same person. So don't let that thing get into your head. I think that's one thing I have to say. Yeah.
Well, that's true. तो जैसे ये वाले जब लोज चल रहे होते थे तो सेल्फ डाउट आता होगा, है ना, सेल्फ वर्थ पे बात चली जाती होगी, तो उस मोमेंट्स पे क्या करते हो?
वो तो अभी भी होता है. And I think that's a human nature. जब तुम्हारी लाइफ में कुछ अच्छा नहीं चल रहा होता, you start comparing yourself, you start doubting yourself, you start doubting your own worth.
तो उस मोमेंट में क्या करते हो आप?
कुछ तो किया ही होगा कि तुम यहाँ तक पहुंचे भी हो. I feel
अपने आप को याद दिला.
अपने आप को याद दिलाना बहुत जरूरी है यार. मैं पता है जनरली ये करती हूँ. मैं उठ के मेरे डैड के दुल्हन के एपिसोड्स देख लेती हूँ या मैं अपने DMs पढ़ने लग जाती हूँ. Because
so much love you
so much love I received by God's grace. I am so loved.
You know, I do this thing. See if you want to try it. I have a happy journal. So you know how people have gratitude journal, right? That's there definitely. Like I love practicing this. Ki subah उठ के write down 5 things and not just say it. Like actually write it down. There's some magic in writing. Ki you write down 5 things you're grateful for, and by end of the night again you write down 5 things you're grateful for. But apart from that, what I started doing was when I have like a really happy moment, I write that down. So I call it my happy journal. And इट रियली हेल्प्स, पता है, क्योंकि हमें ना अपने लोज याद रहते हैं, हमें अपनी खामियां याद रहती हैं, हमें अपने सारे नेगेटिव्स याद रहते हैं, पर हम ना पॉजिटिव्स भूल जाते हैं। हम भूल जाते हैं, मैं कभी कभी मैं बैठती हूँ ना, लाइक मैं लास्ट खुश कब थी, ना फन किया है, ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत डिप्रेसिंग लाइफ चल रही है, नहीं, आई हैव फन, आई हैव फ्रेंड्स, फैमिली, सबके साथ आई हैव जॉयस मोमेंट्स, बट व्हेन वाज द लास्ट टाइम आई वाज एक्चुअली हैप्पी हैप्पी, भूल जाते हैं यार हम, क्योंकि हमारा माइंड ही ऐसा वायर्ड है। तो व्हाट आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग वाज आई स्टार्टेड teaching my mind to remember to learn, or like just to remember the happy moments.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Huh?
Yeah.
Conscious decision. You write it, I feel it.
Yeah.
I show that gratitude. मैं वो दिल से वो सारी चीजें याद करती हूँ.
याद
So it's one and the
करती
same thing. You
Yeah.
just write it down. But then that is what you have to do.
Yeah.
Constantly reminding yourself. And also, इतना life compare करना बंद करो.
हाँ.
We have a bloody roof. We have food to eat. We're doing everything that we want. है ना, बाहर जा सकते हैं, सब कुछ कर सकते हैं. We are in a very good position यार. आई थिंक वो एक्नॉलेज करना सबने बंद कर दिया है. वी आर ओनली लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू व्हाट नेक्स्ट. मतलब है ही नहीं, ठहराव नहीं है लाइफ में. वी आर ओनली रनिंग बिहाइंड थिंग्स.
That is very
Yeah,
important. I feel
द
that.
सॉर्ट ऑफ लाइफस्टाइल दैट वी हैव नाउ, पता भी नहीं है क्या, लाइफ इतनी अनप्रेडिक्टेबल है. आई डोंट नो लिव माय लाइफ लाइक दैट एनीमोर. दिस आई वाज दैट पर्सन जिसने इतना सल्क किया है कि ये प्रोजेक्ट मेरे हाथ से चला गया, बिग प्रोजेक्ट्स, सब कुछ हाथ से गया है. बट नाउ आई एम लाइक, आई हैव एवरीथिंग दैट आई वांट. And now I only pray for good health, you know.
That's the
Trust
most
me,
important.
I've changed as a human. I take these breaks in between. I travel to some other city. I meet people. उससे पता चलता है कि यार you're in a very in a much better position. So start acknowledging that, and you know, it's the mind. The better you think, the better opportunity will come your way. I've seen that. मैं जितना सल कर रही थी ना, बेसिक से बेसिक कंटेंट भी नहीं बना पा रही थी, because I was sulking. I was starting my day with all the negative thoughts. So start your days with all the positive things that you can think. I think that will help.
My next question is, so the next question that I want to ask you is, you've worked, I think 20 hours also in a day, right? Like back to back shoots, you've had crazy schedules. ऐसे schedule में, how did you manage your relationships and your, you know, family, like, you know, the work life balance, वो कैसे करते थे?
Which relationship? I've not been in any relationship.
No boyfriends whatsoever. None. मम्मी देख रही है शो?
The only relationship I have is with my mother.
Uh-huh.
We can talk about that.
No, but you know, in general, also friendships, also, let's say, for example, if you don't want to disclose.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं. They were good, yeah, good people. आ जाते थे सेट के बाद मुझे मिलने के लिए, just to pick and drop also sort of thing.
पर उनके
उस
अंदर
दिन हम लोग टाइम स्पेंड करते थे.
उनके अंदर भी कभी एक्सपेक्टेशन होता होगा ना कि अरे शी इज नॉट गिविंग मी टाइम, अरे ये तो हमेशा बिजी होती है.
The sort of person I am, शॉर्ट रुकवा के भी मैंने रिप्लाई दिया है. What are you saying?
Really?
Yeah.
Short रुकवा के you're texting.
One second, one second. That sort of a lover I am. I when I am in something, I am completely into it. And
So
I
they
give
had
time. I am the one who always has a problem कि कहाँ भाई काम मैं कर रही हूँ. I'm still available.
अच्छा, तो बेसिकली ना इससे मुझे ये समझ आ रहा है कि it's all about priorities. तो if your guy says ना, oh I'm so busy,
Yeah, absolutely.
हमेशा टाइम बन जाता है.
हमेशा.
भाई अब वो 20 घंटे काम करके अगर टाइम निकाल सकती है शॉर्ट के बीच में,
हमेशा.
तो फिर तुम एक मैसेज तो भेज ही सकते हो.
बिल्कुल.
डेफिनेटली. तो यू नेवर फेल्ट कि ऐसा, यू नो, बहुत ज्यादा काम हो रहा है, आई एम नॉट हैव, लाइक फ्रेंड्स के लिए उतना टाइम नहीं है.
नहीं.
जैसे मुझे पता है मेरी शिकायत होती थी कि तुम तो भूल जाती हो यार 2-2 साल.
नहीं वो है, वो होता है.
हाँ.
मतलब in fact my last show Vanshaj was not even in Mumbai, right? I was in Gujarat for the maximum. हम भी नहीं मिले उस टाइम मिले. तो वैसे ही होता था कि मैं बहुत कम आती थी बॉम्बे. लेकिन ये the set of friends that I have, I don't have a lot of friends from the industry. This set of friends that I have, they are from the college days.
Okay.
School days, college days. So they know.
तो एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग है.
एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग है. बट उससे ज्यादा मुझे बहुत बार फील होता था टेलीविजन ना doesn't let you have a social life at all. तो फेस्टिवल्स भी कितने बार आई हैड टू लेट गो. मैं देख रही हूँ घर वाले सब एंजॉय कर रहे हैं. सो दैट टाइम आई यूज्ड टू फील वेरी लेफ्ट आउट एंड फोमो होता था बहुत. सो दैट वन फेज, यस, टीवी में वो बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है कि दिवाली के दिन में आई शूटिंग और फिर शाम की पूजा के लिए आई केम बैक होम. सो देयर आर डेज लाइक दैट. बट उसके बाद the better position that you reach in,
and
you have
money,
say.
money helps.
नहीं यार.
नहीं?
No. Not on these days.
No.
No.
For me, actually, ना मैं शुरू से like ever since I left school, I've always been working, and because I was in the hospital, like I was in airlines, and you know, I was not in the country only, like I was in Abu Dhabi. तो मेरे को somehow ना शुरू से ही आदत थी कि I never used to celebrate festivals. तो even when I shifted to Mumbai ना, मैं दिवाली वगैरह पे घर नहीं जाती थी.
Okay.
तो मेरे को कभी वो फील नहीं हुआ कि that I'm missing out. I'm like, rather just pay me. I'm ready to work.
Yeah, that's completely ऐसा personality difference क्योंकि I am that person. मुझे अच्छा लगता है family celebrate करना and all that. So yeah. So at least on fest side, don't pay me. It's okay. छुट्टी दे दो.
तो वही I think it's that mindset कि when बहुत ज्यादा काम कर लो फिर लगता है कि नहीं अब छुट्टी चाहिए. But भाई कुछ लोग होते हैं जिनके पास उतना काम नहीं होता तो उनको लगता है कि नहीं यार I'd rather work. Like मेरे को रेंट निकालना है, मेरे को पैसे चाहिए.
Of course.
है ना, तो वो एक वो चेंज हो जाता है. बहुत सारी हैवी बातें हो गई ना. अभी थोड़ा सा फन करते हैं, ठीक है? So we're gonna do rapid fire. Kind of rapid fire. It's not exactly a rapid fire also. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some questions. We're just gonna be pacey about it and not take forever. Okay?
I suck at it, but okay.
Okay, so the first thing that comes to your mind, just go. It's a rapid fire, but it's related to your acting journey and your acting situation. Okay, let's go. Okay, so what's the weirdest thing you've done for a role?
I told you I suck at. Met the most weirdest people. समझ जाओ ना.
अच्छा, okay, got it.
But मिली थी. But first time I realized कि this is not okay for anyhow.
Okay. Who would you like to swap your life with? A celebrity, actor that for one day you would want to swap your life with?
I like Alia Bhatt. I really would love to try everything that she's won so far. So
check out her wardrobe. Steal some ideas. Yeah. Done. Okay. One Bollywood character that you wished you performed.
Gentleman.
Yes.
My
favorite.
My favorite.
What's your worst habit on set?
I till date get anxious before the shot. इतना time हो गया, but फिर भी every day before the shot I will get anxious.
Okay, and what's your dream role to play?
Which has a lot of abusing, because I don't do that in real life. So I think I'll have to really go out of my comfort zone to do something like that. ये सब करना है मुझे.
Practice करते हैं. करके दिखाओ. Oh.
थोड़ा full desi, something desi.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Or even a negative character. I've not done any negative character. So.
Do you think you'd play you'd be a good negative character?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. There's so much to play, first of all, and secondly, innocent face, doing all negative things would be great, no?
I love that. I really want to do negative, पता है. Like some juicy एकदम कि शुरू तक पूरा वो चल रहा है, फिर end में पता चलता है. Right. Okay. If you could have a superpower on set, what would it be?
To get everything right. On the first day. Well, usually होता ही है, but there are days.
Okay, who would you team up from Bollywood, like this industry, your friends or anyone, to make a comic pair? Who would you like to team up with? Like, you know how Shah Rukh and Saif used to make such amazing jodi. So who would you want to do that with?
I think I'll go with Sagar. Because he's a stand-up comedian.
Your best friend.
My best friend. And our banters are really nice. I mean, I'm sure a little bit of that you've seen on Instagram now. We're doing that. So, yeah.
Okay, Sagar. Okay. Funniest or weirdest on-set memory? I don't want to say that. No, say it. No,
I got the weirdest thought in my head right now. But I can't say that. नहीं वो नहीं बोल रही मैं. हाँ मैं full you know it but ठीक है. मैं full confidence में एक action sequence कर रही. अरे मैं तो पहाड़ी हूँ and I slipped really bad.
What
So that
was
was quite
the
embarrassing.
action sequence?
मेरे डायरेक्ट यूनिट में ही था, वो स्टेयर्स लेके चढ़ना था मुझे एंड वो फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे था, तो मैं अरे पहाड़ी बना हुआ, स्लिप ऑन द फर्स्ट स्टेयर इटसेल्फ। हम तो सब मुझे अरे पहाड़ी हो पहाड़ी, थोड़ा एम्बैरेसिंग था।
Good thing it was just the first step.
फर्स्ट स्टेप
Yeah.
एग्जैक्टली।
Okay, so describe your acting journey in just one movie title or a movie song. Up to you.
जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा।
That came out really fast. That was actually a rapid fire.
Yeah.
Best cop in Bollywood.
I like Ranveer Singh as a cop.
Simba.
Yeah.
Simba.
Simba.
Favorite doctor in Bollywood.
Munna Bhai.
Best villain in Bollywood, actor and character. Can be same, can be different.
Oh, I love Agnipath, Sanjay Dutt's character also and the film also.
Yeah, he was really,
Yeah.
really fab.
He was very good.
Oh my god, imagine Sanjay Dutt playing Munna Bhai and Sanjay Dutt playing Agnipath.
Agnipath में, yeah.
If you had to take a road trip with a buddy from Bollywood, who would it be? Any Bollywood actor you would want to go and why?
रणवीर कपूर।
उफ, क्या करोगी?
वो यहाँ बोल नहीं सकती।
वो शादीशुदा है बच्चों वाला।
इमेजिनेशन ही होगी तो फिर इमेजिनेशन में शायद वो शादीशुदा ना हो।
No, you never know. He might be like, let's go to Goa.
I don't know.
No.
You stop this.
All right. Okay. That was it for our rapid fire. Not so rapid fire. I think I'm
I
gonna give
told
this.
you.
No, I'm gonna give this. Not even I suck at it. I'm gonna call it not so rapid fire.
हाँ, because I go blank. And
Okay.
I definitely would have answered better अगर time लेके देने देगी जवाब तो।
नहीं वही टाइम नहीं तो फिर हम गप्पों में घुस जाते हैं.
हाँ,
Okay, so another game
हाँ.
that we're gonna play is I think you've heard of it. It's called Two Truths and One Lie. Okay, so we're gonna play that, but I want you to choose things from your acting experience.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna guess. We're all gonna guess.
Okay. I've shot with Shah Rukh Khan. I have shot with Varun Dhawan. I have shot with Alia Bhatt.
शाहरुख खान तो हम सबको पता है.
Yeah. एक तो मैंने कहा. Give it easy.
Alia. I should know this. Guys, what you guess? Okay, because I know there are a lot of Anjali fans, so guess and let's see if you know it or not. Because I'm starting. And that's a good one. This is the first time I've stumbled. Okay.
One eternity later.
I'm gonna say Alia Bhatt is the lie.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I shot with Varun Dhawan.
When did you shoot with
For
Varun?
an advertisement again.
Okay, so for all the new actors, all the people, artists that are entering this industry, and directors, ADs, everyone who's just entering this industry, what advice or what would you want them to know?
First of all, मुंह उठा के मत आ जाओ. Be trained. Get some learning, get some knowledge, जिसे मैंने किया था. लेकिन उसके बाद I was blessed that I had actors like Varun Badola on set to really guide me, and I've learned a lot from him. Right? You might not be very lucky that way, right? So be very trained. कुछ ना कुछ basics तो तुम सीख के आओ. ये and दूसरा I think to have something side by side. Yeah, that's very important. Because there are days when I feel like I need to do something. You can't be entirely dependent on acting, I feel like. Because for those phases, you need to have something or the other going on. Because easier said than done, बहुत easy लगता है कि जैसे मैं भी बोल रही हूँ कि conscious मैंने decision लिया है. But then still there are days when I feel extremely low because I feel like nothing is working out. So have something side by side.
And workout also, I think, just daily, some sort of exercise.
That too irrespective. Even if you have work, please still take time out for working.
Because पता है workout में एक ये भी चीज होती है. It's not just about looking good.
It's never about looking good. It's about
Yeah.
releasing all that stress.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
And having that routine. So right now, since I have made the conscious decision of not doing television, and आसान नहीं है आते हुए काम को ना बोलना when you know there's a certain amount that you'll get in your account by
Yeah.
the end of the month, है ना? और ऐसा तो है नहीं that I come from a very rich background or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody needs that sort of money, but then to consciously say no to it, तो उसके लिए you have to be ready. I think making the right choices, right decisions, that is very important. And having something side by side बहुत जरूरी है. तो वो routine हो जाता है. Like right now I'm not doing anything. Somebody who used to work for 14 hours every day to not doing anything. But I still have my schedule uptight कि मैं सुबह 8 बजे उठ के gym जाती हूँ. Otherwise, you get very lazy. You wake up at 11, 12, half day is gone. So having that routine set is very important. I feel irrespective. You have work, you don't have work, have that routine set.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's so true. And discipline gives you confidence also. That I always say. कि like जब भी self worth या self doubt की तरफ भी आप जा रहे हो ना, तो having that routine वो तुमको खुद ही अपने आप में एक अच्छी फीलिंग, एक प्रोडक्टिविटी देता है कि
Correct.
ये मेरा एक था, ये चेक हो गया. वो चेकलिस्ट में होता है ना कि I think for me एक टिक डालना every time feels like
Of course, you feel like
it's an
something
achievement.
productive you've
Yeah.
done.
So that's very important. So yeah, workout, routine, and
And just live
mindful.
life, man. Stop stressing so much. Stop overthinking everything. Life is too uncertain, too unpredictable. So just live your life simultaneously. Don't be so stuck up on yourself and your thoughts.
Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for coming. It was so lovely chatting with you. I'm so glad we did this.
And you were very good at it. And I'm not saying it for the cameras, but you are really good at what you're doing. And I know why you're doing it also. So we want this channel to work.
So for that, what would you like to tell everyone?
Please like, share, subscribe to Garima's channel, जिसका नाम है
Beyond the Spotlight with Garima.
Yes.
So yes, thank you so much for watching and bye bye. Mahalo. उसमें क्या जैसे एक एक सीन एक एक डायलॉग को ब्रेक डाउन करते हो.
कैमरा के सामने थिन स्किन होना पड़ता है एंड ऑफ कैमरा थिक स्किन होना पड़ता है. एवरी एक्टर नीड्स अ थेरेपिस्ट ऑन देयर टीम.
तुम्हें पता कैसे चलता है दिल कौन सा है दिमाग कौन सा है. Mom, listen to listen. Don't listen to reply back. What if on that journey of rejections and unpredictability you lose self-belief somewhere? जब भी हम किसी को रोते हुए देखते हैं हमारे बड़ा इंस्टिंक्ट होता है उसको चुप करा. नहीं रो मत.
एग्जैक्टली.
नहीं रोने दो. बहुत मुश्किल से आता है रोना.